Welcome to this video on 10 fascinating facts about vitamin D that you probably didn't know. Vitamin D is an essential nutrient for maintaining healthy bones, immune system function, and overall health. Yet, despite its importance, many people are still unaware of some of the most interesting and surprising facts about this vitamin. In this video, we will explore some of the lesser-known facts about vitamin D, from the different types of vitamin D and their sources to the recommended daily intake and the potential benefits and risks associated with supplementation. Whether you're interested in optimizing your health or just curious about the science behind this essential vitamin, this video will provide you with valuable insights and knowledge that you can use to make informed decisions about your diet and lifestyle. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn 10 fascinating facts about vitamin D that you never knew. 1. Vitamin D is actually a group of fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin D is not just a single nutrient but actually a group of fat-soluble vitamins. There are 5 different forms of vitamin D, but the most important for human health are vitamin D2 and D3. Vitamin D2 is primarily obtained from plant-based sources, while vitamin D3 is produced by the body when the skin is exposed to sunlight and can also be obtained from animal-based sources. Both forms are important for maintaining healthy bones, immune system function, and overall health. 2. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and bone health. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in calcium absorption, which is essential for maintaining healthy bones and teeth. Without adequate vitamin D, the body can't absorb enough calcium from the diet, which can lead to weak bones, brittle bones, and an increased risk of fractures. In fact, severe vitamin D deficiency can result in a condition known as osteomalacia in adults, which is characterized by softening of the bones and increased risk of fractures. That's why it's so important to ensure that you're getting enough vitamin D through your diet, sun exposure, or supplements to maintain optimal bone health. 3. Vitamin D deficiency is common. Vitamin D deficiency is a widespread health problem, affecting over 1 billion people worldwide. In fact, studies suggest that up to 50% of the world's population may have inadequate vitamin D levels. Vitamin D deficiency is more common in older adults, people with darker skin, those with limited sun exposure, and those with certain medical conditions. Some of the symptoms of vitamin D deficiency may include muscle weakness, bone pain, and an increased risk of fractures. That's why it's important to maintain adequate vitamin D levels through a combination of diet, sun exposure, and supplementation, especially if you're at risk of deficiency. 4. Sunlight is the primary source of vitamin D. Sunlight is the primary source of vitamin D for most people. When skin is exposed to sunlight, it triggers the production of vitamin D in the body. However, several factors can affect the amount of vitamin D the body produces, including the time of day, the season, geographic location, and skin pigmentation. People who live in areas with less sunlight or who spend a lot of time indoors may have a higher risk of vitamin D deficiency. Additionally, people with darker skin may require more sun exposure to produce the same amount of vitamin D as people with lighter skin. It's important to be aware of these factors and take steps to ensure that you're getting adequate vitamin D through a combination of sun exposure, diet, and supplements. 5. Vitamin D can be found in some foods. While sunlight is the primary source of vitamin D for most people, it can also be obtained from certain foods. Fatty fish like salmon, tuna, and mackerel are some of the best sources of vitamin D, as well as egg yolks and liver. In addition, many foods are fortified with vitamin D, including milk, cereal, and orange juice. However, it's important to note that it can be difficult to obtain enough vitamin D from food alone, particularly for people with limited sun exposure or other risk factors for deficiency. That's why it's often recommended to take a vitamin D supplement to ensure adequate intake. 6. Vitamin D plays a role in immune system function. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in the function of the immune system. It helps to regulate immune system function and can enhance the body's ability to fight off infections and diseases. Deficiency in vitamin D has been linked to an increased risk of infections, including respiratory infections, such as colds and flu. Additionally, some studies suggest that vitamin D may have a role in reducing the risk of autoimmune diseases, such as multiple sclerosis and type 1 diabetes. It's important to ensure that you're getting adequate vitamin D to support a healthy immune system and reduce the risk of infections and diseases. 7. Vitamin D may reduce the risk of some chronic diseases. Vitamin D has been linked to a reduced risk of several chronic diseases. Studies suggest that maintaining adequate vitamin D levels may help reduce the risk of heart disease, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and certain types of cancer. While more research is needed to fully understand the relationship between vitamin D and these diseases, some evidence suggests that vitamin D may help reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and support healthy cardiovascular function. It's important to note that while vitamin D may play a role in reducing the risk of these diseases, it's not a cure or treatment for any condition. If you're concerned about your risk of chronic disease, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider about ways to reduce your risk. 8. Vitamin D may also have a role in mental health. Vitamin D may also have a role in mental health. Some studies suggest that vitamin D deficiency may be linked to an increased risk of depression, seasonal affective disorder, SAD, and other mood disorders. It's thought that vitamin D may help regulate neurotransmitter function and reduce inflammation in the brain, which may contribute to its effects on mental health. While more research is needed to fully understand the relationship between vitamin D and mental health, it's clear that maintaining adequate vitamin D levels is important for overall health and well-being. If you're concerned about your mental health, it's important to talk to your healthcare provider about your symptoms and potential treatment options. 9. The recommended daily intake of vitamin D varies by age and health status. The recommended daily intake of vitamin D varies depending on age, health status, and other factors. In general, the recommended daily intake of vitamin D for most people is between 400 and 800 international units, IU, per day. However, some people may require higher doses of vitamin D to maintain adequate levels, particularly those with limited sun exposure or other risk factors for deficiency. It's important to talk to your healthcare provider about your vitamin D needs and whether a supplement may be appropriate for you. They can help determine the appropriate dosage and monitor your vitamin D levels over time to ensure you're getting enough to support optimal health. 10. Vitamin D toxicity is rare but can occur. Vitamin D toxicity is rare, but it can occur with extremely high doses of supplementation. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means that it can build up in the body over time, increasing the risk of toxicity. Symptoms of vitamin D toxicity may include nausea, vomiting, weakness, frequent urination, and kidney damage. While it's important to maintain adequate vitamin D levels, it's also important to avoid taking excessive amounts of vitamin D supplements. It's recommended to speak with a healthcare provider before taking high doses of vitamin D supplements to determine the appropriate dosage for your needs and to monitor your vitamin D levels over time. And that concludes our video on 10 fascinating facts about vitamin D. We hope that you've learned something new and interesting about this essential nutrient that plays such a vital role in maintaining our health and well-being. If you found this video informative and helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. We love hearing from our viewers and we're always happy to provide more information and insights on this important topic. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.